Vulnerability fosters good emotions and mental health. Vulnerability also is a sign of courage. We become more resilient and brave when we embrace who we truly are and what we are feeling. The Vulnerable Scientist podcast is a space for scientists who are honest and authentic or are working towards it. Join the vulnerable space by either sending an audio using the link on the show notes talking about your highs and lows as a scientist, or by contacting Sarah Nyakeri, aka New Biochemist, to schedule a chat. The Vulnerable Scientist podcast benefits both the listener and the one sharing. You can now rate this podcast on Spotify or put a review on Apple Podcasts or any other listening platform with a rating button. And to share your thoughts, feel free to send an audio message using the audio link, either using your name or anonymously, to be published on the following episodes of the Vulnerable Scientist podcasts. Are you wondering what I use to upload and store my website spaces? Host Pinnacle. I've been using it for over 2 years right now and it has never disappointed me. So host your website today using Host Pinnacle, cheap and affordable and reliable services. To start experiencing Host Pinnacle goodness, click on the link on the show notes and you will not regret your decision. Hi everyone, welcome to the Vulnerable Scientist podcast. So today I have a very awesome guest, and we don't know much about each other. I don't know much about her, and that's the most exciting part of it because she'll tell us more about her with everyone knowing about her together. So Parsimei, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name well.
Yes, you are.
Parsimei.
Yes, Parsimei.
Parsimei.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I love that name. That's how I've actually named your recording that way. Where is it from? Which community in Kenya do you come from?
I am a Maasai. I'm a hybrid of a Maasai and a Kikuyu.
Okay. All right.
I am a hybrid of a Maasai and a Kikuyu.
Yeah. I heard that. It's interesting. Okay. Parsimei, kindly introduce yourself.
Okay. I'll go again. My name is Florence Parsimei. I am commonly known as Lola. I am 25 years old and I come from Kenya, specifically Ngong, Kajiado County. Currently, I am a master's student at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and I'm affiliated to the Institute of Primate Research. My journey as a scientist, I started my education at AIC Primary School in Ngong, where I completed in 2009. And I think that's when I was interested in science because it was my favorite subject. And I still remember my science teacher. He's called Mr. Jim. And I remember one time he asked us in class, what do you want to become in the future? And I said a scientist without knowing what it entails.
Wow, where did you see that? Hi everyone. So at this juncture, most of the audio that I was producing from my side was distorted and I wasn't able to get it. So mostly you'll hear from Parsimei's side.
I think I saw it in a movie and I was like, I want to become a scientist.
Okay.
So after that, I joined Moi Girls Isinya, whereby I I did the 3 sciences. I was still passionate about science, so I did 3 sciences, but eventually completed my high school at Anesta in Nakuru, Anesta High School in Nakuru. I was still passionate about science. I was the best student in my class in science, in chemistry and biology. So when I finished my high school, that is in 2009, I joined Maseno University in 2015. Oh, sorry, I finished my high school in 2014. So I joined Maseno University in 2015, and still I was passionate about science. So in the department of in the School of Biological Sciences, I undertook a bachelor degree in basic sciences, zoology and botany, whereby when I was in third year, I finally majored in zoology. And I'd say my passion in science began when I was in my fourth year, when I was doing my project, because I never knew that I'm gonna come up with a project that was so lovable, and my supervisors loved it, my lecturers loved it, and they were like, oh no, you gave us a project that is for a master's student. But I was happy to finish it. It was on endocrinology, study of hormones. So later, okay, fine, I can say more about it. I was looking at the effects of prolonged light and how the traditional practice of rearing chicken with light impacts on the animal health and the consumer's health. And what I found out in my study is that yes, it's good for business, but it's not good for the animal and human health, because of the hormones are being overworked and they are being overtaxed. Unfortunately, I didn't publish the results because of my sample size. I had only 10 chickens, but I'm still working on it and probably using a different animal model, which is easier to handle. Sorry?
It's easy to handle.
Yes, it's easier to handle. Another chicken is expensive. They eat a lot, and it is they occupy a bigger space. It's best to use probably a mice model, which you can use a large sample, and you can also, they don't occupy a large space, and also they don't eat a lot, so it's cost effective. And yeah. Chickens are expensive. If you see somebody rearing chicken, just know they are trying their best and they are doing their best. Okay, so I finished. I was happy to actually do that project, and I was happy to get support from my supervisors and my lecturers, and finally I graduated in 13th December 2019. But before the graduation, that I finished school in 15th April 2019. So the few months between 15th April and 13th December 2019, I wanted to put my theoretical knowledge into practice, and I wanted to see where my course could take me in terms of professional and career-wise. Growing professionally and growing career-wise. So I looked for internships. It was not easy, let me tell you, it was not easy. But finally I got an internship at the Institute of Primate Research. It is in Karen, and I think I'd speak very well of the Institute of Primate Research, since it gives the students there and the people on internship quite good hands-on experience. And once I was there, I got a chance to attend so many trainings, so many conferences, and got a chance to interact with many scientists and improved my communication skills. So by the end of 2019, I also did various projects with University of Nairobi here and there with the help of my supervisors. In 2020, we got the COVID. I got I got a contract in 2019 by the help of supervisors from Maseno University, but I was still at the Institute of Primate Research. Yes. So I got support from my lecturers from Maseno University while I was still at the Institute of Primate Research. And I think it's important to keep connections with people who you've interacted with professionally. So in 2020, we got COVID. We were affected with COVID, and I was happy that I was part of the front line in fighting COVID. I got a chance at the Institute of Primate Research to perform COVID testing from sample collection to processing of the results. And it was such an experience for me, and I was so grateful that I got support from people from the Institute of Primate Research to get into that activity. So I was really happy to get that chance, and I'm still working at the COVID Center. So it is really amazing how you can get a blessing in disguise in such a pandemic. Then later, 2020, in October 2020, I got involved in a schistosomiasis or bilharzia control program, and I was a research assistant. I was supporting in a project whereby we were developing a tool to detect bilharzia in water. And as you all know, bilharzia is endemic in our country. It's endemic in sub-Saharan Africa, and especially in our country, it's affecting 17.4 million people, and it's quite heavy. So I've been working under the schistosomiasis control program for quite some time now, and that program is what pushed me to go and do my master's. Because I came within that program, I developed a proposal. Relating to the same, relating to bilharzia, and I got a chance to do my master's at the Jomo Kenyatta, at the JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and I decided to do molecular biology and bioinformatics. The reason why I decided to do molecular biology and bioinformatics, from the experience I got through COVID, I loved wet lab molecular biology. I valued molecular biology, and I decided to put it into practice in the bilharzia program that I was in. And the reason why I decided to do bioinformatics is because computational biology is a new era of science, and we cannot escape using computers at this age. So that's why I decided to do molecular biology and bioinformatics. And so far, so good. I want to thank all the mentors that have been with me, and as I go to these conferences and these trainings, I meet up with research scientists, and they started the same way, and they give me advice on how to continue persevering. Science is not an easy field. It's not an easy field. It requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of creativity and a lot of critical thinking, because you need to do something that hasn't been done before. And I think my journey, I'd want to just encourage everybody, every young scientist, especially young scientists, those people who are in undergraduate, those people who are in their internships, that networking is the most important thing. Networking, connecting with so many people, and also expanding your boundaries in science, trying to do all you can do, but not going too broad that you forget to be specific to your passions. So I think I'd stop there. I can speak so much about science. I'm very passionate about science, and let me talk about the challenges. I haven't talked about the challenges.
It's fine. Now,
yes, please.
Why did you switch?
Why I switched to zoology? Okay, the reason why I switched to zoology, I think I just developed more passion for animals more than plants, because in the long run, in the beginning, I wanted to deal with humans, but probably I did not get that chance. So what was close to humans was animals more than plants, and that's why I decided to do zoology. And I think I came to love it even more than human studies. I came to love animal studies more than human studies. I switched to it because I was passionate about human studies, but I was not there, so I went for something that was close to it. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we can start with the laws because there are not so many. Yeah, so I think I'll start with the laws. The laws began when I was looking for an internship. I really struggled because everywhere I went was like, you can't apply here, you can't apply here. And the laws was that the reason is that my course was so broad. It was too broad. I was doing zoology and botany, and people were like, okay, where are you supposed to be? Are you supposed to be in a botanical institution or a zoological institution? And I came to realize, oh my God, I should be really wise in how I'm writing my letters and how I'm applying, and be more specific. And that's how I got the Institute of Primate Research, because it deals with primates, it deals with monkeys, baboons, those are animals, and I just went to where my heart was. And another challenge was getting to the Institute of Primate Research. Okay, let's just leave alone other institutions now and focus on Institute of Primate Research. I just decided to go there. A friend of mine who you are looking for a job with, an internship with, she got it there. And then she told me, oh, why shouldn't you come and just apply? So I was like, okay, I have nothing to lose. I decided to go and apply. And when I was leaving, I think it was just God sent. When I was leaving, somebody stopped the car and they were like, I want to give you a lift. And I'm like, no, I don't know you. There's no way I'm getting into your car. But finally, I got into the car and he was like asking me, what have you come to do here? And I'm like, I've just come to do one of those applications. And he told me, I am a lecturer from the Technical University of Kenya, and I've come to supervise my students. So I told him, can I be one of your students? I just want the experience. I just want to experience the professional side of my course. And that's how I got a chance to. He connected me to my supervisor. She's called Dr. Lucy, and I'm so happy for that lady. She's supported me through, and she's the one who pushed me to actually do a master's. So I am always indebted to her. So
You want to mention that?
yes, the lecturer from Technical University of Kenya who assisted me to get to APR was called Dr. James Nyariki. And may God bless him, and may God continue blessing him as he continues to help other people. So I'd want to tell them, all the mentors and all the people who are in high positions, one small thing can actually go a long way for somebody who's just starting off in their career. For like that person, probably that was not a big deal to him, but for me it was a life-changing experience. So as we continue to help other people, let's just help in every way we can, because you don't know how you're going to help that particular person. So that was a challenge in how I got to APR. Another challenge in the science field is the financial aspect. Trust me, I can't deny talking about that. Science is a slow field, and it needs a lot of passion and patience. And I have of course I've undergone through financial constraints through my career, but I am still hopeful since my passion is what drives me. I believe that I am going to prosper, and I'm going to succeed in all aspects. With science, I want to encourage the young people. With science, you work with projects, you work with you engage yourself with different scientists, work in different projects, and that's how you're going to be financially stable as you continue to look for a more stable position. So the good thing with science, it offers you a chance to get to engage with different scientists who can offer you different financial opportunities. Yeah. So in my highs in my career, first of all, I was happy that my project was recognized at Maseno University, and when you go there, you'll actually ask about Florence Parsimei 2019. They'll still talk about my project, because it was so long since somebody did a practical project and actually brought live animals for a practical project. So I am really proud of that project. And another thing I'm proud of,
do you want to start your own podcast? Start with some simple gear that you already have and a quiet space. Simple gear includes a microphone, editing software, and host of your podcast. Simple microphones include the ones on your phones and computers, or a simple recorder, which you can upgrade later. For the editing software, I use Audacity, which is free and simple to use. Buzzsprout, which over 1,000 other fellow podcasters like me use, is one of the podcast hosting providers you can use. Buzzsprout has helped me link my show on every major podcast platform. With the endless number and regularly updated tutorials and good customer service support Buzzsprout offers, my podcasting journey has been made easy. Following the link in the show notes, let Buzzsprout know we sent you. Gets you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and helps support our show.